Ukrainian reconnaissance drone locks onto his position and signals an FPV unit nearby. Seconds later, a small munition drops close to where he sits, startled and disoriented. The soldier panics, fumbling with a grenade in his hand. The pin comes loose, slipping from his grasp. What follows is a brief silence, then chaos. This footage illustrates the mental strain and unpredictability of modern drone warfare, where constant surveillance turns every moment of rest into a calculated risk under unseen eyes. Across an open field, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone scans the dry grass for hidden movement. The feed shows a faint shift beneath a clump of brush, barely visible, but enough to confirm a presence. Coordinates are sent instantly to a nearby FPV unit. Within seconds, the attack drone approaches low and steady, its camera locked on the target. A lone Russian soldier is revealed, lying concealed in the grass. The drone keeps a smooth trajectory, then accelerates, neutralizing the position with pinpoint precision. Along a shallow trench near the front line, a lone Russian soldier moves slowly, his back bent under the weight of a heavy object. Whatever he carries seems important, something he's been tasked to deliver alone. The dirt road is quiet, only the wind brushing over the grass. Overhead, a Ukrainian FPV drone locks onto the target, following from a distance without being noticed. As the soldier pauses to adjust his load, the drone begins its approach, closing in from behind with quiet precision. Within seconds, the strike connects, ending the mission before it begins. This scene demonstrates how timing, observation, and control define superiority in modern drone warfare. Deep inside a wooded area near the front line, a lone Russian soldier is seen running frantically through the trees. The footage captures him glancing back repeatedly, as if sensing something closing in. Moments later, a Ukrainian FPV drone emerges from the canopy, weaving through branches as it maintains pursuit. The soldier pushes forward, trying to break free of the forest line. Just as he reaches the open edge, the drone cuts him off from the front and strikes, leaving him immobilized. Seconds later, a second drone arrives to complete the operation with precise coordination. This sequence demonstrates the tactical evolution of modern FPV warfare, where persistence and real-time control dominate even the most unpredictable terrain. In the outskirts of a ruined settlement, a reconnaissance drone spots unusual movement along a narrow street. A lone Russian soldier rides an electric scooter, weaving slowly through the debris. His small profile and quiet motion might have fooled ground patrols, but not the eyes above. A Ukrainian FPV drone locks on and begins its silent pursuit, matching his path from a distance. The hum grows louder as it closes in. The soldier doesn't notice, still moving steadily through the wreckage. Seconds later, the drone accelerates from behind, executing a precise strike that ends the movement instantly. Amid the sparse trees near the front line, a lone Russian soldier pauses beside a fallen comrade, leaning against a rough trunk as if gathering strength to move on. Overhead, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone tracks the moment in silence. Seconds later, a grenade drops near his position, scattering dirt and branches. Dazed, the soldier attempts to rise and retreat, but a second device lands close by, forcing him down again. He lies still for several seconds, motionless in the grass. The drone circles patiently, then delivers a final strike, ending the sequence with calculated precision. This engagement illustrates the layered coordination between reconnaissance and strike drones, where patience, timing, and aerial control define every move on the modern battlefield. Across a scorched field, a lone Russian soldier moves cautiously, his steps slow and deliberate as he scans the empty horizon. The area around him is silent, the remnants of burned grass swaying in the wind. From the edge of a nearby forest, a Ukrainian FPV drone emerges, cutting across the sky in a sudden burst of motion. The soldier reacts instantly, ducking just as the drone passes inches above his head and crashes into the dirt ahead. For a brief moment, he believes it's over and keeps moving, unaware that the same operator is still watching. The drone hovers above him again, patient and precise, waiting for the perfect line. When it finally descends for the second strike, the engagement ends swiftly. Along the edge of an open field, bordered by a forest torn apart by recent shelling, a lone Russian soldier moves cautiously across the exposed ground. A Ukrainian FPV drone locks onto his position and descends at high speed. The soldier reacts just in time, diving aside as the first strike misses and crashes nearby. The impact throws him to the ground, leaving him disoriented and unable to stand. For several moments, he struggles to regain balance, unaware that another drone has already been dispatched. From a higher altitude, the second unit closes in, steady and precise, completing what the first attempt began. Beneath a tree near the ruins of abandoned homes, a Russian soldier rests, his rifle set aside, eyes half open but uneasy. Every few seconds he glances upward, sensing something unseen. The air hums faintly, a distant mechanical buzz that grows sharper with each passing moment. From the tree line, a Ukrainian FPV drone approaches slowly, keeping low and steady. By the time the soldier realizes what's happening, it's too late. He jumps to his feet and sprints across the clearing, but the drone closes the gap, locking onto his path before impact. Along a quiet dirt road scarred by recent shelling, a lone Russian soldier walks without any visible gear or weapon. His steps are uneven, cautious, as if uncertain of where to go. From above, a Ukrainian FPV drone begins its descent, locking onto the moving target. The first strike lands close, knocking the soldier to the ground, disoriented. He crawls toward the roadside grass, trying to disappear into the dry cover. For a few seconds, the scene is still. Then a second drone appears on the horizon. Following the transmitted coordinates, it dives low, closing the distance until contact is made. This engagement highlights how layered drone operations exploit both reconnaissance and precision to deny isolated movements in contested zones. Near the front line, a lone Russian soldier breaks from the tree line, sprinting across a patch of open grass. Panic is clear in his movements as a Ukrainian FPV drone follows closely behind, circling overhead like a predator, marking its target. The soldier turns, raising his weapon, firing desperately into the air. But the drone adjusts, closing distance with precision. The first strike sends him to the ground. Stunned and motionless for a moment, he sits up, trying to regain control, scanning for cover, unaware that another drone has already locked his position. It descends swiftly, completing the task with calm efficiency.